Hi everyone, it's Echo. Happy Halloween! Today I drew my 4 main characters for my potential comic in Halloween costumes because I figured it would be fun because it's Halloween, it's spooky season, it's fun. So today you'll technically meet the other 3, but they're each gonna have their own individual videos explaining a bit about their background and kind of like my thought process while making them as characters. So keep an eye out for that. So if you haven't checked out her video, I suggest you go check it out once you're done with this one because it's out. But this is Olivia. I dressed her up as a witch inspired by her family's background as historians, and also because she just fits the dark academia aesthetic perfectly in my opinion. I gave her a really warm color palette with lots of browns and that burnt orange for her sweater, and I kept her signature red rose, but instead of a scrunchie, I added it to her hat because I thought it would be cute. So next up we have my boy, my son, my baby, Augustus. I'll explain more about him when his own rep sheet video comes out in the future. Might be in a couple weeks, potentially. But some basic information about him is he's the prince of this fictional country where the story is set, but nobody knows for reasons that I'm not going to explain because technically it would be spoilers, and also this isn't his rep sheet video. Wait for that. He's very kind and brave and loyal and just a huge sweetheart. And he also has the biggest, fattest crush on Olivia. I joke with my friends and say that he's a simp, because let's be real, he is. Anyways, I dressed him up as a werewolf because wolf equals dog and dog equals loyal in my head, and he is extremely loyal to his country and his friends, hence why the stuff in the story happens. I gave him a crop top because he has 2 scars, and I know for a fact that he would want to show off the one on his torso as often as he possibly could, and he won't admit it, but it's also an excuse to show off his abs because he worked hard on those. He has to show them off. Okay, so fair warning for my next character, she has a bit of a raunchy costume, so if you're not into that, skip to this timestamp right here because I don't want to trigger people. So this here is Aquamarine. Again, I'm not going to give a lot of information because she has her own video. It's coming out soon, I promise, but some basic stuff about her. She's very flirty and outgoing, so I figured a succubus would fit her the best. She seems shy and sweet, and even though she is really kind, she's actually really extroverted and will probably flirt with your potted plant. I'm not joking. She's also really, really, really crazy smart, but she doesn't show it because her hometown is actually really misogynistic. I gave her a lot of red in her color palette because 1, she looks good in red, and 2, red is like associated with sexiness and desire and passion and lust, and I figured that's the kind of vibe she would want to give. She's definitely the kind of girl to want to dress up sexy instead of cute during Halloween. I broke all of those warm tones with her bright light blue eyes, so they're like a focus point in this design. She's the shortest of the group, and she's the feistiest, which my friends compare me to her because I'm the shortest and I am a loudmouth. She's also a loudmouth, and she will fight you and bite you if you like insult her in any way, insult her or her friends in any way. She actually reminds me of Karen from the Mean Girls musical. She has that whole song about how she likes dressing up sexy for Halloween. Anyways, another fair warning, my next character, my final one, his design contains a lot of blood, so if you're uncomfortable with that, skip this timestamp here. So finally, this is Ethan. He's probably my favorite out of the 4 for a lot of reasons. One of them being he's a bit twisted psychologically. He's normally very sweet and he's very charismatic, but he's also, the best way for me to describe it is he's yandere behind closed doors. I won't give a lot of details because, like I've said before, he's gonna have his own video. It'll come out soon, I promise. But with what I know about him for now, I figured a vampire would fit him the best. He has a very strong affinity towards knives, hence why he has a knife in the drawing. And he also has a really strong affinity to blood, so I drew him with his baby, his knife, Melantha. That name means dark flower. He also has really strong feelings towards Olivia, but he doesn't act on them, which is why I don't say for sure he's a yandere. He's just very comparable to a yandere. He isn't lovesick, he's just a little bit twisted in the head. I'm not sure if he's going to have romantic feelings towards Olivia, but he does have a lot of respect for her and considers her one of his best friends. He doesn't want to lose her. He doesn't want to risk losing her because he's very paranoid in that sense. He's very charismatic and has a really dark, boyish aesthetic, which is why he's dressed like this. And you can tell the difference between whether he's in his right state of mind or not, because his pupils will turn white when he's a bit more in psychotic mode. And yeah. So as a final piece, I drew all of them together as if they were taking a picture at a Halloween party, because I just figured it would be fun and cute, you know, have something of all four of them together as a friend group, because that's what they are, they're friends. Whenever I sketch these characters, I use a specific color for each of them. So green is Olivia, navy is Augustus, bright blue is Aquamarine, and then lilac is Ethan. Aquamarine is acting a bit more modest than she usually would, but it's mostly because she's wearing a very transparent skirt. So I think anybody would be shy in that situation. Ethan, of course, is flaunting his beloved knife. And he's pretending that she's just a she. Yes, he calls the knife a she. She's just a part of his costume, even though we all know it's not. I'm pretty sure everybody knows that it's not. Augustus will probably retell the story of how he got his scars to everybody that notices or asks about his costume or even just glances at his abs. And Olivia would probably just chill at the snacks because food is always better than socializing. Anyways, that's all from me. I hope you have a wonderful Halloween, day or night or wherever you are, and I'll see you all next time. Don't forget to follow my Instagrams, Black Echo Bujo for journaling content, and Echo's Paracosm for art content. And don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends. Bye!